And good evening to you. Welcome to high school basketball action on Central Illinois Sports, streaming live on YouTube and also on Mixlr.com. Tonight we're live from Bolshoi Gymnasium in Pittsfield as the Sockies start off 2019 playing host to the Mendon Unity Mustangs. Good evening to you. I am Charlie Holt, Jack and John alongside on Central Illinois Sports. And lots of action coming up in the next 10 days or so here on the broadcast. We'll have the Winchester tournament starting this Saturday. 8 games on Saturday, 26 games throughout the week from the Winchester Invitational Tournament, and we'll be glad to bring all of them to you on Central Illinois Sports. We invite you to subscribe to the YouTube page. That way you can get notified every time we go live with a sporting event in your area. And also we encourage you to download the Mixlr app. That's mixlr.com, or in your app store. You can download that, and just in case you're driving down the road, maybe you can't watch the game, you can listen on there as well. The Sockies enter the contest with a record of 5-8 on the season. Mendon is 7-8 on the year. The Mustangs finished second in their own tournament, battling Payson Seymour to the wire, so they're really playing well as they enter the new year. The Sockies, of course, coming off of one of the worst losses they've had in Brad Tomhave's tenure, as Abington Avon had them down at halftime by 30-plus points and had given up just 4 in the half. So they're looking for a rebound here against a Mendon Unity squad that, used to be a program that people would put on the schedule and think about, hey, pretty good shot to win that game. Not so much after Keith Carruthers and his staff have stepped in, really have made this program something their fans can be proud of, and the Mustang fans are out here in droves to support their squad again tonight. We're on the pregame show about 8.5 minutes away from the Star-Spangled Banner. The starting lineups and the tip-off of this game between the Sockies and the Mustangs. The timeout here. Back with you after this.
Financial, we know everyone's situation is unique, and we believe that even the biggest goals start with simple steps. So when it comes to protecting the things you love and planning for the future, don't get overwhelmed. Get started today with John Hibbert, your country financial agent in Camp Point, Illinois. That's John Hibbert, your country financial agent. Call 217-593-6819. John Hibbert, Country Financial, 217-593-6819. When you or your family are feeling under the weather, you can count on Illini Express in Pittsfield. Illini Express is a walk-in clinic located on the south side of the Pittsfield Square and is open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday. $75 is the charge and can be billed to your insurance. Children must be at least 18 months old. Illini Express opens 7 to 7 Monday through Saturday, and on major holidays 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Illini Express, a partner of Illini Community Hospital in Pittsfield. In farming, there are many important decisions that must be made in order to get the most profitability out of your investment. No decision is more important than selecting the best seed for your fields. Jansen Seed and Service in Golden is the place to go for all your channel seed needs. Doug Jansen has over 30 years experience as an independent seed dealer. Giving him the knowledge to select the right seed for your field, contact Jansen Seed and Services today, 217-696-4658 or 430-2865.
Welcome back on Central Illinois Sports. Bolshoi Gymnasium in Pittsfield, the site of tonight's broadcast between the Sockies and the Mendon Unity Mustangs. Jack, the Sockies really, after their performance at the Macomb tournament last Saturday, nowhere to go but up from there, as it just wasn't very good for Pittsfield in any way, shape, or form. Brad Tomhave and his squad have gotten their team back in the gym, challenged them a little bit, and are looking to make some adjustments as they move into the 2019 part of their season here. But for the Sockies, against Canton, you thought maybe they had turned a page, and then all of a sudden that book slammed shut against Abington Avon. It just, not a lot went right that day.
Not unusual for the Sockies when they have a performance like that. They went back in the gym, got the weight vest on, and practiced hard, and we'll see how they react from that. I know I was talking to some of the kids at the FCA huddle last night, and they said it was a tough practice, but we had it coming and we need to get better. On the other side, when you look at Mendon Unity and the pacing game, it was in the 30s, Charlie, and I think Keith Carruthers knows when you're playing Payson, that's where you want to keep it. I'm not sure he'll be looking for that low of a score this evening if he can get up and down the court.
The Mustangs, of course, and returned a couple of guys. Luke Jansen, Cole Schaefer both played quite a bit last year. They lost some guys, too, to graduation, but something I've been impressed with ever since Keith Carruthers has gotten there, even when they're not as talented, and they've had some very talented teams, a la the team finished in the top 4 in the state of Illinois. But Jack, this is a program that I think Keith Carruthers' demeanor really carries into his players. They're tough on the court.
They're tenacious. I think that's a lot of it. Keith's a rough and tough guy, and not really that way off the court, but that's the way he coaches, and he expects these kids to be aggressive. That's the normal Saki way, but they've been a little lighter on that end of things, and they'll have to come out and play very aggressive tonight to have success against the Mustangs.
Of course, don't want to forget Logan Both, who's a young man that's played since his sophomore year at the varsity level, and he really adds a very good score of the 6'1 seniors. So in the starting lineup tonight, you see 3 seniors along with, or really 4 seniors, I guess it would be, along with a junior in Austin Cornwell. So they're very senior-laden on this squad, even though they have some of these guys who weren't in the starting lineup last year. They were definitely in the mix for Keith Carruthers' squad. A timeout here on the pregame show. We'll have the Star Spangled Banner with the Saki Anthem Singers. The starting lineups with the play-by-play on Central Illinois Sports. Back with you after this.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is an international and local organization that provides support for our athletes and coaches in the area. Small groups called huddles meet regularly in our schools and communities to build strong relationships. Todd Sweatman is our area director for Western Illinois. Todd is a longtime educator and coach and also serves as the chaplain at McMurray College. Julie Ross, area rep, is working with Adams and Brown County schools to support coaches and athletes. Jack Hull, longtime radio broadcaster and sports official, is serving with Julie and Todd throughout the Western Illinois region. We need your support as boosters, first in prayer and also with your financial monthly support. You can help us strengthen the huddles in your schools. Contact us at westernilfca.org to find out more and get our contact information. Won't you join us in lifting Jesus Christ up in our schools, athletes, coaches, and communities? Go to westernilfca.org or email me at jhull@fca.org. Get involved in FCA for your youth today. Press Yours On You is celebrating 13 years as your source for school spirit wear. They can personalize varsity jackets, hoodies, t-shirts, hats, duffel bags, flags, and more. Show your school pride with a bumper sticker or window decal from Press Yours On You. Visit their online store at www.pressyoursonu.com or visit them on Facebook. Press Yours On You, 506 West Wood on Highway 24 in Camp Point. Call 593-6031. Dear Western Grain Service is your progressive feed and grain resource for Western Illinois. They offer a full range of feed products for all species and many grain merchandising opportunities with locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Western Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461 or on the web at dearwesterngrain.com.
Welcome back on Central Illinois Sports. Streaming live with you on YouTube, also Mixler.com, Pittsfield and Mendon Unity. We are definitely looking forward to the Winchester Invitational Tournament. We'll kick it off on a Saturday morning, early in the day. Jack, what time's that first game?
9 o'clock.
That's in the AM.
Triopia and Brown County. Ought to be a pretty good matchup.
We'll have our buddy Steve Surratt helping on the call that day, and should be a good matchup. And the Winchester tournament, always exciting, you know, Jack. It'll start out this week, and I've heard the weather's supposed to be really, really nice this weekend, which usually tells you that, I don't know, ice storm, blizzard, Sharknado, something coming up next week that
count on it.
That weather-wise will not be quite as good.
Write it down. That's a Winchester tournament tradition, or else it'll get real warm and the ceiling will start sweating or something, and we'll have moisture on the inside. But kind of normal, but 16 teams vying for that crown with Triopia, the undefeated team, coming in. Number 2, what is Porta, I do believe?
Well, I think Payson Seymour is actually the second
2,
seed.
That's right.
Then West Central and then Porta.
Yep, and West Central coming off a couple tough losses at Waverly to finish 4th there. Triopia did what they were intending to do and got the win. A host of young people here to sing the national anthem for us tonight, and glad to have the anthem singers. Very few do it any better than the Sakis, and we're tickled to have that. Our refereeing crew, John Shepard, Doug Elledge, and Brad Dixon. And
one of those guys helps bring down the median age of that group quite a ways.
In arm wrestling, he could win too. It's time for the national anthem. Jack Hefner will introduce it, and we will go courtside for our national anthem with our Pittsfield High School anthem singers.
At this time, will you please rise, bring your hats, and face back into the south end of the gym as a sing our national anthem.
Anthem singers, 12 strong out there tonight, doing a great job. And it's just about time to get things rolling here. I am very low right at the moment. Can you turn my headset up just a little bit?
Right on the side of your head there, fella.
Well, it was fine before and then it went down. It's time to hear the starting lineups. Charlie's got that for us right now.
Mendon Unity, the Mustangs. Keith Carruthers, their head coach, assisted by Ken Gray, Richard Klusmeyer, and Greg Hildebrand. 7-8 on the season are the Mustangs, and their lineup tonight looks like this. At a guard, he's a 5'9" senior, Luke Jansen. At another guard, he's a 6'1" junior, Austin Cornwell. And at the third guard is a 6'1" senior, Logan Voth. At a forward, a 6'2" senior, Cole Schaefer. And at the other forward, the 6'2" senior, P.J. Hildebrand. Hildebrand, Schaefer, Voth, Cornwell, and Jansen for the Mustangs of Mendon Unity. For the Pittsfield Sockies, Brad Tomay, their head coach, assisted by Todd Plattner, Bradley Wassel, Scott Bacon, and Jordan Cawthon. They're 5-8 on the year. And tonight they'll start the following. At a guard, a 5'10" senior, Jack Palmer. At another guard, a 6'2" junior, Cooper Priest. And the third guard is the 5'11" sophomore, Cade Tomhay. At a forward, a 6'2" senior, Isaac Shaw. And at the other forward, the 6'6" junior, Will Guthrie. Guthrie, Shaw, Tomhay, Palmer, and Priest for the 5 and 8 Sockies. The Mustangs in the visiting maroon uniforms with the dark numbers and white trim. The Sockies are in the whites tonight with the red numbers and black trim. Nice crowd on hand. Definitely not packed to the rafters, but a good crowd for the rare Thursday night boys game. A lot going on for the Sockies tonight. The Lady Sockies are playing at Kinderhook right now against Western Payson's girls team. There's junior high volleyball being played in Barry, and there's junior high boys basketball being played over at PCS. So a lot going on this evening.
So why do we play on a Thursday night against Mendon, who doesn't play in the Winchester tournament either?
Well, that's
We've
a good question.
We've been doing this for a while. Why, oh why, are we doing that? And having that much competition with each other. The Sockette ladies will be performing their contest dance tonight that they'll be having on Saturday.
I'm going to guess it gives you a nice break after the holiday.
Be a longer break if we played on Friday.
Yeah, but you don't want to play back-to-back. Always like to have a scout day. The Sockies send Guthrie to the center circle against Austin Cornwell. Pittsfield starts the night left to right, and the tip is up and controlled by nobody. It went out of bounds, and they'll say the tip was advantage for Pittsfield. It'll be Socky ball out of bounds on the sideline of the front court.
Yeah, Mendon tipped it out because the guy won the jump, and they're going to give it to Pittsfield here. So the alternating possession, it'll be Mendon's after this.
Inbounds pass coming. Tom Habe into the backcourt to Palmer. Just underway here in the first quarter. Man-to-man defense by the Mustangs. Pass on the right side goes to Priest. Looks in the paint, not open. Top of the key now, Shaw. Shaw will swing it left side to Palmer. Palmer looks down low, trying to find Guthrie. Instead to Tom Habe out front, swings it right side, Priest. 7:42 to play in the first. Socky's looking for a good shot on this first possession. Tom Habe with it on the wing left side. Top of the key, Palmer. Good look, three ball on the way is good from downtown. Jack Palmer with the tray and gives the Sockies an early 3-0 advantage on the Trash Queen scoreboard. In the backcourt are the Mustangs as Jansen looks to bring it up. He'll take it across. Palmer riding him. Bounce pass down to the paint. Goes into Schaefer, who puts it up and in for his first two and makes it a 3-2 score. So the Sockies took some time to score. The Mustangs took it right down the court and put the biscuit in the basket, as they say. And with 7:05 to play in the first, it's a 3-2 advantage for Pittsfield. Lob pass down low. Priest leans back. Shot no good. Fouled, though. And 2 shots coming up for Cooper Priest.
Austin Cornwell is going to pick up the foul. It'll be his first, team first. Priest to the free throw line. It's a 3-2 Socky lead at the 7-minute mark of the first quarter of play on the Trice Queen scoreboard. First one up by the junior Cooper Priest is good. Priest makes his first point of the night and gives the Sockies that 4-2 lead now. Second one up by Priest off the front of the rim, no good, and the rebound comes off the way of Mendon Unity.
In the front court, Voth with the basketball on the wing left side, looking down in the paint, trying to find the man in Hildebrand. Pass around the perimeter, goes out of bounds. Cornwell threw it in the backcourt. That's be a turnover, the first of the night by the Mustangs. 6:46 to play here in the first quarter.
One of the goals you want to have is to get the first 4 minutes in without a turnover. The Sockies, it's very important for them to do that also, as they've struggled with that lately.
Averaging about 19 turnovers a game. The end of the ball game is Priest with the ball. He'll work it out front to Palmer. Palmer will set up the offense. Right side, Priest near the sideline. Top of the key, he overthrew Tom Maven. That ball will go into the backcourt, over and back by the Sockies.
Aggressive guard play by Mendon Unity, which is constant, and that means you can't pass the ball behind the man, and both teams have made an errant pass and gotten a turnover in the early going.
Ball in the backcourt, going to be brought up this time by Cornwell, the only junior in the starting lineup for this Mustang squad. He'll pass it off left wing to Voth. Sockies in the man-to-man to start the night as well. Jansen gets it top of the key between the circles. Passes off left side, Hildebrand. Bounce pass to Schaefer out front. Dribble drive inside, goes to lefty. Lost the ball down on the dribble. Gets it back, hands it to Voth. Baseline move, kicks out right side. Jansen, 3-ball on the way, too hard. Rebound down to Guthrie, his first. Shovels it off to Palmer, who wants to push into the front court. Finds Tom Hape, sets up for a 3, turned it down to Palmer out front. 6 minutes to play in the first, a 4-2 advantage for the Sockies, who are on the attack here. Tom Hape, the sophomore guard.
All the shawl down
looks
there.
out front to Guthrie. Left side over to Palmer. Top of the key now, Priest will get a touch to Tom Hape. They'll get it to Shaw out front now. He's a good passer, is Isaac Shaw. Now Guthrie trying to fight through some screens down low. Instead, the pass goes out front to Palmer. 5:40 to play in the first. Still that 4-2 advantage. Shaw gets it out front. Looking down low. Trying to find an opening. Still could dribble. Instead has the ball knocked away, and it is stolen away. Turnover number 2. As Hildebrand put the pressure on Shaw. Into the front court with it is Hildebrand on the baseline. Kicks it out right side. Jansen turns down the 3. Dribble drive inside. Gets to the rim and scores. And this game tied at 4 points apiece. 5:15 to play in the first.
Not good defense that time at all.
Palmer will deliberately bring it to the front court for the Sockies. Or the left wing with the dribble. Takes it out front now to Priest. Priest turns and faces to Palmer left side, trying to find the mark from behind the arc, and he will knock it down. Palmer's got 6 for the Sockies, 6 of their team's 7, and the lead back out to 3. Now on the inbounds play, Tom Mabe will knock it off of both out of bounds, and the Sockies will force a turnover. The dead ball allows Thomas, Van Winkle, and Petty to come in. They sit down Shaw, Priest, and Tom Hay for Pittsfield.
It's important for Petty to come in and relax a little bit on the offensive side, and they gave it back to Mendon Unity, by the way.
All right, well, they definitely pointed that direction, did they not?
Thomas is going to pick up the foul, his first of the ball game, first team foul. I did not see that. I was doing some paperwork here in front of me in the office here.
4:51 to play in the first. It's Mustang basketball on the sideline of the backcourt. Voth will get it in. He's a very quick young man. Drives into the front court. Caught into a double team on the sideline. Really needs some help. Throws out of it all the way across to Cornwell. Free throw line. Schaefer tried the quick pass down low to Hildebrand. Out of bounds as it was too hot to handle. And a turnover by the Mustangs is their second of this affair.
25 seconds later, and we thought they would have that turnover, and they picked it up.
Palmer will bring it into the front court for the Sockies. Right side, Thomas. Thomas lets him go through the screens. Gets one from Guthrie. Dribbles out front, nearly traveled. Needs some help now. Petty pops out front. He wants to work it left side to Palmer, who's had the hot hand early. Trying to get the screen from Petty. Jansen really sticking to him on the defense. And they'll say stuck too much that time as he's called for the foul.
His first, team second, and I like the pick that Petty set that time. It was a solid pick, much like the Isaac Shaw, Noah Petty tooth loosener that they got at Macomb.
And now on the inbounds, they will call a moving screen
On Petty.
on Noah Petty.
Petty picks up his first, second team foul, third turnover of the ball game already.
Must have not set the screen completely still that time, did Noah?
Well, the other guy's got to bring the guy to you. That's important, too.
Top of the key, Schaefer with the basketball. He'll work it on the wing to Voth. Both off the screen from Schaefer. Little dribble drive inside against Petty. Caught in the paint. Now top of the key, Cornwell. Fakes, drives, pull-up shot. Free throw line is no good. Rebound fought for. Petty trying to fight for it. He's tied up by Voth. As Petty actually had the board, Thomas came in and knocked it out of his hands, and then Voth tied him up. No turnover, as that was on the rebound.
Yep, that time Noah's got to grab the ball with both hands and clear it. And if he does, Thomas won't want to be around.
Inbounds to Voth. In the corner, Jansen for a three. Good look, too long. Rebound, Thomas grabs the board. Outlet pass to Palmer. 3:48 to play in the first. 7-4 the advantage for the Sockies on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Right side, Van Winkle. Off of the moving screen from Guthrie, and he'll be called for it.
Guthrie leaned in with his body that time, picked up the foul, no doubt about it. I want him to be aggressive, but not lean the chest into him like he did. Just stand straight up and get the pick.
3:40 to play in the first. 7-4 advantage for the Sockies. Fourth turnover by Pittsfield already.
Two of them on offensive fouls.
Jansen into the front court. He'll get it to Voth. Little shovel back to Jansen. Sockies have switched to a 2-3 zone. Right wing with it, Cornwell. He'll have a double team come his way. Works out of it off the screen. In the corner, Voth for three. Rattles home, and this game tied at 7. Second tie of the night. This time 7 points apiece with the score. 3:15 to play in the first. A shot by Voth from the wing. Palmer and Masaki's trying to answer with Van Winkle on the right wing. Out top, Guthrie. Down in the paint, Petty. Ball knocked away from behind. Stolen away, and then Petty called for his second foul.
Fifth turnover. Petty picks up his second, team fourth. And quickly back in, Priest and Shaw. Petty sits down with Guthrie. Petty was just caught in bad places all night long.
Tom Ave also returns as Palmer takes a seat. Saki's a little full court man pressure with 3:03 to play in the first. Jansen will look to bring it up against Tom Have. A little one-on-one.
Jansen's quick.
Yep, he was a good football player for the Mustangs. Cornwell with it on the sideline. Mustangs are yet to sub in the game.
Ooh,
Gets
there's
a
a
moving
pick
screen by Hildebrand as he stuck the hip out, and he's called for this one here.
Yeah, that rule changed quite a few years ago. His first, team third, turnover number 3, and both teams haven't figured out how to set a pick. You don't do it with your knee. You've got to chest up and get the guy to bring the man to you.
Van Winkle with the right wing. 2:42 to play in the first. 7-7 score. Here's a pass out front, picked off by Jansen if he can run it down, and he does. Look at him go into the front court, layup up left hand, in and out, no good. Rebound down to Priest. Jansen did everything but get the ball to go in the hoop to give his squad the lead.
Terrible passes across the front.
Thomas with it out front. Throws a pass to Tom Have on the right side. Back to Thomas. Left wing, ball handoff to Van Winkle. Hit him in the shins with it. That's a tough one to catch. Van Winkle puts it on the floor. Baseline now to Shaw. Back out Thomas. 2:13 to play in the first. 7-all. Tom Have, three, right wing, too hard. Rebound fought for, and coming out of there with it is Hildebrand. His outlet pass to Cornwell. Finds Jansen into the front court. Mustangs with a man advantage here. Now Priest catches back up. Out front, Voth to Jansen left wing. Lob pass down low to Hildebrand. He'll take it back out. Now he's caught on the baseline. Excuse me, that is not Hildebrand. That is Schaefer, who dishes down low to Voth. His shot no good, but a foul, and he'll shoot a pair.
Priest's going to pick up the foul, his first, team fifth. 2 free throws for Mendon Unity. And Voth will go to the free throw line. He's got a 3 on the night, and he could give us our first lead change with one of these 2 free throws. First one is up and no good, so no lead changes yet. Tied at 4-7. 1:50 left in the first quarter. Palmer will check in, and he will set Priest down, who picked up his first foul. Thomas goes down to be the big man down below. He hasn't been a big man too many times down there. Second one by Voth is good, and our first lead change gives Mendon an 8-7 lead on the Trash Queen scoreboard.
Mustangs now with some full court pressure, and Jansen will be called for the reach. This is a tough one for the Mustangs. It'll be his second.
His second foul of the ball game, and it's not that they're calling it tight. People are just doing too much slapping right now. Full court pressure. Sockies could probably break to the other end, and that's what they're going to do.
Into the front court, they find Shaw to Palmer. Down low, Van Winkle. Fakes, puts it up. Nice job to let the defense fly by. And
good find by Palmer.
Good passing possession by the Sockies. They retake the lead, 9-8, lead change number 2, 1:35 to play in the first. Jansen with the ball right side, out top goes to Cornwell. Passes it off on the wing to Hildebrand. Hildebrand finds both left side. Mustangs with the same 5 throughout this quarter. Little pick and roll action. Now to Schaefer on the wing, left side. Between the circles, back to Vogt with a minute 19 to play in the first. Both off the Schaefer the screen and a blocking foul by the Sockies. It'll be Jonathan Thomas with the foul.
His second, team 6th already with a minute 16 left first quarter. Hosell changes on the other side, comes Presser into the ball game. Also, we see Dane Meyer into the game for the first time. Cornwell sits down. Who else came down?
Jansen looks like he took a chair with those 2 fouls and a minute 16 to play in the quarter. Inbounds pass out front to Jacob Presser, the 6'1 junior. Presser out between the circles to Meyer, left wing Vogt. Both back out top to Meyer on a quick pass. Finds Presser on the right side with a $1.07 to play in the first quarter. 9-8 advantage for Pittsfield on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Presser with it, skip pass on the left side, finds Meyer. Both wants the ball, and he says, let's set it up. Both the senior really doing a nice job directing traffic out there on this possession to Schaefer. Bounce pass right side, Presser against the man-to-man of Pittsfield. Looks inside, nothing going to Both. Baseline move, nice shot fake, pulls up for one, and it goes through. Both with 5 now, and makes it a 10-9 Mustang lead. Third lead change of the contest with 35 seconds to play in the first.
1 point leads by Mendon 2 times in the ball game. Sockies have led by 3.
Shaw right side, Tomhave off of a nice solid screen by Shaw. 3 on the way, Tomhave no good with 23 seconds to play in the quarter. Presser and the Mustangs have a chance to extend this 1 point lead.
Shot a little early.
Both with the basketball against Palmer. Leaves it left side, Meyer back to Both with 10 ticks to play. I would assume he'd be the man they'd want to have shoot the ball here. Now Both has picked it up, the Presser out front. To Both right side, had trouble with the catch, ball loose on the court. They get it to Van Winkle, he travels as he put the half-court shot up, and a turnover at the buzzer for the Sockies. And after a quarter, it's a 10-9 lead for Mendon Unity over Pittsfield. Second quarter play-by-play your way after this.
Things compare to Camp Point Central's fans' dedication to the Panthers. The same can be said about Channel and the farmers they serve. You see, unlike other seed companies, they don't have salesmen. With Channel, you get the advantage of a dedicated Channel seedsman, a trusted year-round advisor who can provide the right recommendations for your fields. It's their hands-on approach that truly sets them apart. Customized service, expert advice, elite seed management products. Find your Channel seedsman at channel.com or contact local district sales manager Matt Hughes at 217-242-8852.
After 1 quarter, Mendon Unity leads it by a 10-9 count. Mendon is 5 of 9, 54%, 1 of 4 from the arc, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, led by 5 points from Logan Voth, a 3 and a 2, missed a couple of free throws. Jack Palmer with 2 early threes for the Sockies. Sockies led 3-0, 4-2, and 7-4, and have trailed by 1 a couple of times. It'll be Socky basketball as we start the second quarter. Guthrie, Shaw, Tomhave, Van Winkle, and Palmer out there on one side. Presser joins Voth out there along with Hildebrand, Meyer, and the 5th man, I do believe, it's not Jansen. There
Schaefer,
we go.
Hildebrand,
Schaefer.
Sockies have the basketball with Palmer on the bounce. He'll drive into a double team, throw out of it to Shaw. Shaw with it out front, wants Tomhave to come get it, then gets a screen from Shaw. Tomhave turns down the 3 out front to Guthrie. Right wing over to Van Winkle. He'll have the ball poked away but run down by Shaw. 7:35 to play in the first. Here's Palmer with a 3 ball from the wing, no good. Rebound tipped around, comes into the hands of Guthrie, who says, looky what I found. It's better than a shiny red fire engine on Christmas, and it's an 11-10 advantage for the Sockies. Lead change the 4th of the night, and then a blocking foul as they head the other way, because in this game, there's a new rule, can't go more than 40 seconds without fouling, and the foul whistled on Van Winkle, his first.
Van Winkle picks up his first of the ball game. 17 foul, 1-1 already as we just start the second quarter. Who we got at the free throw line?
This is Meyer.
Meyer will shoot the first, rattles it home. He'll get another, his first of the night, and we're tied at 11. 4-7 and 11, and we could have our 5th lead change early in the game. Meyer looking for his second. It's up and also good. Lead change number 5.
12-11 Mustangs. 7:21 to play in the half. Inbounds to Palmer. No look to bring it into the front court on the run. Might have carried it. Now works it out to Van Winkle, who knifes the lane. Little runner up, no good. And on the rebound, Guthrie is over the back.
Guthrie's going to pick up the foul. He'll pick up his second, 8th team foul. And 1-and-1 the other way again. And so Guthrie's already got 2 fouls as we start the second quarter. Priest's going to check back into the ball game. Palmer has got to slow down. He's in too big a hurry right now. Sockies have turned it over 7 times already. Here comes Cornwell back into the game. He'll sit down Hildebrand. Free throws to be shot by Cole Schaefer, the lefty, trying to build on that 12-11 lead. First one up and good. Biggest lead of the ball game right now at 13-11. 7:13 left in the half. Schaefer's got 3 on the evening. Mendon will be 3 for 4 as he starts this free throw, and now 4 for 5 as he looked good from the charity stripe.
14-11 Mustangs, 7:13 to play in the half. Palmer with it in the backcourt for the Sockies. He works it to Tom Have. Back to Palmer, across it goes to Priest. Now to Tom Have, the Sockies set up the half-court offense, trailing by 3, 7 minutes to play in the second quarter on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Palmer passes right side Van Winkle. Van Winkle will dribble the ball toward the top of the key. Looking for Tom Have, couldn't find him. Now he throws a pass that goes off of Tom Have into the backcourt, and they'll call
it was
and
tip.
back.
Oh, they should have gotten the tip on that one, but the 8th turnover. But Van Winkle set Tom Have up for failure there. Here comes Thomas into the game. Tom Have will check out, and I don't think Coach Tom Have thought the aggressiveness going after the ball was good enough, but when they called over in the back, it wasn't going to make any difference.
6:46 to play in the half. Inbounds coming, both trying to get it in. 5 the call.
Turnover number 5 on Mendon Unity, and tell you what, halfway through the season, she's ugly to start the new year.
6:46 to play in the half. 14-11 lead for the Mendon Unity Mustangs. Palmer right wing Van Winkle. Dribbles it out front, throws it to Priest. Priest looks for an opening to Thomas left wing. Turns and faces, now goes out top to Palmer to Priest right side. Looks out front to Van Winkle. Left side over to Palmer, trying to find a post man down low. Instead to Thomas out front. On the right side, Van Winkle. In low to Palmer, whose shot is up, rattles in and out, no good. Rebound to Schaefer. Clears it to Presser. Into the front court, finds Cornwell with it right side. To Schaefer. Schaefer's already used the bounce. Out to Voth. Voth with the dribble. Nice defensive recovery by Palmer to keep his man in front of him. 6 minutes to play in the half. A 14-11 3-point lead for the Mustangs, looking to add to it here. Both down on the post to Schaefer. Back out to Voth. Tries to knife the lane. Gets caught there, lowers the shoulder to create some space. Now forces one up, no good, and out of bounds.
Actually, he probably should have been called for 5 seconds, then maybe an offensive foul, and then threw it out of bounds. Stepped on the baseline. Not a turnover, a missed shot. Sockies having trouble with the full court pressure right now. They need somebody to step up.
5:46 to play in the half. Long pass into the front court. Priest could not collect. He did touch it, so it will be ball out of bounds on the opposite end for the Mustangs.
9th turnover, and that time Van Winkle cleared him by way too much.
Priest is about 6'2", with the arms of someone who's probably, 6'5", and just a long arm kid. And he couldn't get a hand on it, or both hands anyway. Here's a pass down low in the paint. Now Priest will get a hand on that one and take it away.
6 turnovers the other way.
5:30 to play in the half. 14-11 advantage for Mendon Unity. Been a while since Pittsfield has scored. Thomas with the basketball out front near the half-court line to Palmer. Right wing Priest. Looks down low. Looks again for the man off the curl. Now out front instead to Palmer. Palmer left side Van Winkle. Down low Priest. Going to throw up a turnaround hook shot. No good. And the rebound down to Cornwell. Gets it to Voth. 5:05 to play in the half. 14-11 Mustangs. Trying to add to that advantage again here. Down on the block, Schaefer trying to muscle up against Priest. Turnaround shot too hard. Rebound, Priest had it. Schaefer knocked it out of bounds. It'll be Socky ball. Length of the court to go.
Priest showed a little bit of tenacity there, fighting for the basketball.
Here's Brett Bristow in for the first time, a 6-foot sophomore. Also checking in, Bennett Dusterhouse, a 5'9" sophomore. Pittsfield returns Tom Have to the court and sits down Van Winkle. Both took a chair for the Mustangs.
All 9 Mustangs have played so far.
4:52 to play in the half. Have we told you it's 14-11? It seems like it's been that score for most of this contest. Most of the quarter anyway. Palmer with it out front. Free throw line, Shaw. Backdoor cut wasn't there. Handoff instead to Palmer. Palmer looks for an opening here. Out front to Tommy, who's not found his stroke yet tonight. He'll dribble toward the left wing, pass it off to Thomas. Off of the Tom Habe screen. To Priest, right side, Shaw. Shaw looks in the post, now clears it back to Tom Habe. Tom Habe trying to create off the dribble. Little one-on-one move. Drives inside and is fouled by Bristow.
Bristow's going to pick up his first 15 foul, I do believe, against Mendon Unity.
Palmer to inbound for the Sockies.
Had it turned down, but you can still hear it.
4:18 to play in the half. Inbounds to Tom Habe. Little scoop shot up, no good as he tried to avoid the defender, and the rebound comes down to Cornwell. Pushes into the front court. Finds Dusterhouse. Dusterhouse between the circles. That was to Bristow. Now left side, Presser. Presser with it. 4 minutes to play in the half. 14-11. The lead for the Mustangs. Schaefer gets it on the block. Going to try to go in against Shaw. Turns around, nice fake. He'll throw it back out front to Cornwell. Cornwell down on the paint again to Schaefer. Has the dribble. Spins, shoots, missed it. Shaw called for the foul.
Shaw picks up the foul, and I think if he just waited, the man had got himself in trouble. 19 foul, first on Shaw. 4 or 5 is Mendon from the free throw line. They'll shoot their 6th and 7th. They lead 14-11, 3:46 left in the half. Biggest lead of the ball game. This young man is 2 for 2, making 3 for 3 already in the game. He's got 5 points. 15-11 now, biggest lead of the ball game at this point. Second one up is also good. Nothing but the bottom of the net. 6 for him, 4 from the free throw line. 16-11, and the Sockies been stuck on 11. They scored 9 in the first quarter, 2 here. And sitting down is Presser for a little while. Back into the ball game comes Logan Vogt.
16-11 Mustangs, 3:43 to play in the half. Priest with the ball to Palmer. Out front, Tom Habe. Right side to Thomas. Sockies have struggled to score in the season, especially without Guthrie on the court. He's on the bench with 2 fouls. Here's Tom Habe with 3 off the dribble. No good. His shot has not found the mark tonight, and the rebound down to Vogt. Into the front court, Dusterhouse. He'll work it left side. This is Bristow on a drive. Denied there. Good post defense. Between the circles, both. And now they'll set up an offense against the man-to-man of Pittsfield. Right side, Cornwell. Patient with it there are the Mustangs. To Dusterhouse at the 3:09 mark. Trying to avoid a double team, just keeps the dribble. Now has picked it up, needs a little help, hands it off to Cornwell. Cornwell is bumped by Thomas, not called. Now he drives to the lane, turnaround shot up too hard, rebound down to Shaw. And then he's fouled from behind by Bristow.
Bristow's going to pick up his second of the quarter and of the game, 16 foul. Ball out of bounds for the Sockies, 2:55 left in the half, 16-11. Mendon Unity, quite honestly, not good shooting on either side, but the hustle and the taking care of the basketball has still been a problem for the Sockies.
Palmer with it. Passes right side to Thomas. Back out Palmer. Surveys the defense. We'll give it off to Tom Habe. In the corner it goes to Priest. Right back out of there to Tom Habe. To Priest on the wing. I can see Cooper maybe catch with an opportunity to score from that point. Now to Tom Habe inside the arc, off the mark. Rebound down to Bristow. He'll give it to Vogt. Vogt wants to push it into the front court. Right side, Dusterhouse. Dribble drive inside and a blocking foul on Palmer.
10th foul on the Sockies, first on Jack Palmer. 1-and-1 situation. A team that's 6 for 7 from the free throw line, leading by 5. 16-11 is the lead. 2:23 left in the half. And we see Dusterhouse go to the free throw line for the first time. For the first one up. In and out, no good. He'll get another, looking for his first point. Every free throw is the biggest lead of the ball game. Thomas sits down. Here comes Apps into the game, who had a good JV game. The JV squad won 56-49. Second one up, the adjustment made and good by Dusterhouse.
17-11 with 2:20 to play in the half. The Sockies have scored 1 point in the quarter, is that right?
2.
2 points in the quarter? Excuse me. Left side, Palmer makes the 3. He's got 6 of the Sockies' 11. Now to Apps on the right wing. Works between the circles, Tom Habe, as the Mustangs are in a zone.
1-3-1. Been that way for about 4 trips down the court.
Left side, Palmer. 3 ball on the way from the wing. Good again. Palmer's got
9.
3 trays. Into the front court, Dusterhouse quickly for the Mustangs. In the lane, Shot put up by Cornwell, no good. Rebound down to Shaw, his third. Off to Palmer with 1:43 to play in the second quarter. 17-14 Mustangs. Priest with the basketball on the wing. A couple of ball fakes. Now to Palmer, way out near the half-court line. And working to Tom Have. Tom Have will shout out some instructions with 1:30 to play in the half. And his squad trailing by 3.
It's a pacing type 1-3-1. They really are aggressive with the guards.
Right side, Tom Have. Looks for the bounce pass to Priest. Now Palmer looking for an opening. Threw it, and the man jumped the passing lane, knocked it out of bounds to Dusterhouse. Here comes Presser back in, and Dusterhouse will head to the bench. Also, Schaefer returns, replacing Brett Bristow.
Palmer with a ball fake there could have hit Apps heading to the basket.
1:16 to play in the half. 17-14 advantage for the Mustangs. Pittsfield on the attack. Right side, Priest. Shaw trying to get out front. He finally does, as he and the man kind of collided for a moment. To Apps on the left wing. Way out front to Palmer with 1 minute to play in the half. Right side, Priest. Priest with a skip pass. Ball is stolen away by Schaefer. Drives in, layup up, no good. Rebound down to Apps. Schaefer got poked in the eye, no call. Into the front court, Palmer on the dribble. Works it out front to Apps. Apps turns down the 3 and travels.
11th turnover on the Sockies. 2 in a row, trips down the court. 17-14 Mendon Unity. 43.4 seconds left in the half, and it could be much worse than it is right now.
Dane Meyer in. Schaefer sits down for the Mustangs. 43.4 seconds to play. A 3-point lead and the basketball.
Sockies need a stop here.
Both brings it up as the Mustangs appear to be attempting to hold for a final shot. Both has it out near the half-court line. Pittsfield's in a 2-3 zone that extends out a little bit here, but they will not come out and guard both out in the half-court center circle with 22 seconds to play. Now Tom Abe will get the ball out of his hands to Presser. Back to Both with 15 seconds left. Both with it. Directs some traffic. 10 seconds to Presser on the right wing. Skip pass right back to Both. Both with a dribble drive. Wants to rise up, can't do so. Left wing over to Meyer. On the wing it goes to Cornwell. He finds a 3, no good, but the rebound put back at the buzzer is up and in by Presser as nobody boxed him out. And a 19-14 lead for the Mendon Unity Mustangs over the Pittsfield Sockies at the halftime break. A timeout here. We'll have halftime stats and analysis coming your way after this.
Geared Up is your local choice for custom apparel and awards. No matter the season, sport, or event, we've got the gear to make it a success. Ask us about our fundraising program, available to all schools, businesses, and community organizations. Check us out online at www.wegearyouup.com or call 217-473-6290. That's 473-6290 for Geared Up, custom apparel, and awards.
As the year starts to come to an end and families enjoy more time indoors, Cascom realizes you need reliable internet, great television, and a reliable home phone service. So from now until the end of the year, Cascom will be offering an amazing deal on its triple play bundle services. Call today and get internet, Broadvision TV, and VoIP phone for only $99 a month for 6 full months. Call us today at 1-800-252-1799. No contracts or install fees. Some restrictions may apply.
When you're way out on the farm right in the middle of harvest, there's nobody watching. No audience, no crowd. The only bright lights beam from a combine. They're not pointing at you. All that's here is a field. It may not look like a place of glory, but there's still a winner. There's still a score. For many farmers who planted Golden Harvest seed this year, victory is about to set in. Contact Golden Harvest Seed Advisor Steve Farlow now for the seed to make every acre count. Golden Harvest and Steve Farlow are proud to help sponsor Central Panther football.
Sockies trail here at halftime, 19-14 to Mendon Unity, who's 6 of 15 from the field, 40%, 1 of 5 from the arc, 20%, but 7 of 8 from the free throw line, 87.5%. Mendon Unity's turned it over 6 times in the first half. Sockies are 5 of 14, that is 35.7%. 3 of 7 from the arc, 42%, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line for 50%. 11 turnovers in the ball game for the Sockies. They trail it 19-14 here at halftime. We'll take a break. Individual scoring and more comes your way on the halftime show after this.
At Country Financial, we know everyone's situation is unique, and we believe that even the biggest goals start with simple steps. So when it comes to protecting the things you love and planning for the future, don't get overwhelmed. Get started today with John Hibbert, your Country Financial agent in Camp Point, Illinois. That's John Hibbert, your Country Financial agent. Call 217-593-6819. John Hibbert, Country Financial, 217-593-6819. When you or your family are feeling under the weather, you can count on Illini Express in Pittsfield. Illini Express is a walk-in clinic located on the south side of the Pittsfield Square and is open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday. $75 is the charge and can be billed to your insurance. Children must be at least 18 months old. Illini Express opens 7 to 7 Monday through Saturday and on major holidays 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Illini Express, a partner of Illini Community Hospital in Pittsfield. In farming, there are many important decisions that must be made in order to get the most profitability out of your investment. No decision is more important than selecting the best seed for your fields. Jansen Seed and Service in Golden is the place to go for all your channel seed needs. Doug Jansen has over 30 years experience as an independent seed dealer. Giving him the knowledge to select the right seed for your field, contact Jansen Seed and Services today, 217-696-4658 or 430-2865.
Welcome back on the halftime show. Glad you've joined us. Don't forget, 8 games from the Winchester Invitational Tournament starting at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. Steve Surratt will have the call in the first game, and then we'll complete that at Central Illinois Sports and YouTube on Central Illinois Sports and on mixlr.com with Brown County Hornets or bchornets.com and Central Illinois Sports on MixLR. Well, individual scoring in the first half, Cole Schaefer for Mendon Unity with 6 points, 4 of them coming from the free throw line. 2 points for Dane Meyer. P.J. Hildebrand played but did not score. 5 points for Logan Voth on a 3 and a 2. He missed a couple of free throws in the early going. Jacob Presser off the bench with 2 points. Austin Cornwell failed to score. A single point for Bennett Dusterhout. 2 for Luke Jansen, and Brett Bristow did not score in the first half. Bristow and Jansen with 2 fouls apiece. Single fouls on Cornwell and Hildebrand for Mendon Unity. Pittsfield led in scoring on 3 threes by Jack Palmer in the first half. He's got 9 points. A single point by Cooper Priest. Jonathan Thomas did not score in the first half. Griffin Van Winkle had a layup for 2 points. And 2 points for Will Guthrie in the first half. Isaac Shaw, Noah Petty played but did not score. Foul situation, 1 on Petty, 2 on Guthrie, a single foul on Shaw, 1 foul on Palmer and Griffin Van Winkle along with Cooper Priest, and 2 on Jonathan Thomas in the first half. Cade Tomhave, no fouls, no rebounds, and no points. We'll need Cade to turn it loose in the second half. 19-14, Mendon Unity. More comes your way on the halftime show after this.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is an international and local organization that provides support for our athletes and coaches in the area. Small groups called huddles meet regularly in our schools and communities to build strong relationships. Todd Sweatman is our area director for Western Illinois. Todd is a longtime educator and coach and also serves as the chaplain at McMurray College. Julie Ross, area rep, is working with Adams and Brown County schools to support coaches and athletes. Jack Hull, longtime radio broadcaster and sports official, is serving with Julie and Todd throughout the Western Illinois region. We need your support as boosters, first in prayer and also with your financial monthly support. You can help us strengthen the huddles in your schools. Contact us at westernilfca.org to find out more and get our contact information. Won't you join us in lifting Jesus Christ up in our schools, athletes, coaches, and communities? Go to westernilfca.org or email me at jhull@fca.org. Get involved in FCA for your youth today. Press Yours on You is celebrating 13 years as your source for school spirit wear. They can personalize varsity jackets, hoodies, t-shirts, hats, duffel bags, flags, and more. Show your school pride with a bumper sticker or window decal from Press Yours on You. Visit their online store at www.pressyoursonu.com or visit them on Facebook. Press Yours on You, 506 West Wood on Highway 24 in Camp Point. Call 593-6031. Dear Western Grain Service is your progressive feed and grain resource for Western Illinois. They offer a full range of feed products for all species and many grain merchandising opportunities with locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Western Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461 or on the web at dearwesterngrain.com.
Welcome back on the halftime show. Glad you've joined us. And if you'd like to know more about Central Illinois sports and how you can get involved, give Charlie a call at 217-473-6290. John and Charlie Hall, production of Central Illinois sports on YouTube and MixLR. 8 games from the Winchester tournament. We should tell you we will not be carrying a basketball game from the Pitt and Quincy Notre Dame with the Sockies on Saturday, as we'll be at Winchester on Saturday. We'll try to get some reports from Jared Hines, the athletic director, on that one.
I'm also going to assume that our friends at WGEM 105.1 and WTAD 930 AM will both have the call. I know they both stream their games online as well on an audio side, so we invite you to tune in if you're not making the trip to the Pit on Saturday to catch that broadcast.
Do you like those guys?
Better than some.
Oh, okay. Eric Irvin going into the Hall of Fame with 125 of his closest friends.
The Hall, that's right. The Hall is calling. It'll be Mendon Unity basketball to start the second half of play. The Mustangs lead by 5, 19-14 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. For commercial or residential trash pickup needs, it's Trash Queen serving the entire area. They can also help you with roll-off dumpsters. Give them a call at 217-320-4320. That's 320-4320 for Trash Queen. Check them out.
We're not kidding. Give
on
them a call.
Facebook.
Don't be afraid. You can call them. They'll pick up your trash.
That's right. The Mustangs will send Cornwell Voth along with Hildebrand, Jansen, and the fifth man is Schaefer, their original 5. The Sockies are yet to break their halftime huddle, but to assume, one would think they'd send the starting 5, and they do with Priest, Tom Have, Guthrie, Shaw, and Palmer to start the second half.
So when you trail by 5 and they've got the ball, you've got to have a stop right off the bat to try to make something happen. That's what the Sockies will need right now. Girls won in overtime, you told me, huh?
Pittsfield's girls beat Western Payson 47-41 in OT. Is the update we got as well. Just underway here in the third quarter.
We're going to have to hustle to get to that score.
Both with the basketball, right side to Hildebrand. Out top, Jansen, dribble drive in the lane. Gets caught down there, down into Cornwell. Shot up no good, but coming down with the arm on the foul is Shaw.
Shaw just needed to not swing down like that. That's why he picked up the foul. And he'll put Cornwell at the free throw line, who is looking for his first points of the night. If he just held his ground, I don't think he would have had that kind of an experience. First one by Cornwell, no good. Now 7 of 9 is the Mustang free throw shooter. 7:44 left in the third quarter. 19-14, make it 20-14, a 6-point lead for the second time in the ball game.
20-14 here in the first game on Central Illinois Sports of 2019. 7:39 to play in the third. The lead for Mendon Unity. Tom Abe takes it across to Palmer. Pittsfield on the offensive side for the first time in this third quarter. And they're looking to see what's going to happen here. Tom Abe out of a double team, down to Priest. Right into Guthrie. He'll put it over the front of the rim and score.
Just like they drew it up. He's got 4.
20-16 with 7:16 to play in the third. Cornwell looks to help bring it up. Does so on the pass across to Voth.
Guthrie's got 2 fouls, and he about picked his third one up there.
Cornwell gets a touch right side. Wants to get a screen from Hildebrand. He can still dribble. Finally does. Palmer and Guthrie come his way. Ball kicked away. Loose on the court. Guthrie on the court after it. Rolls over with it and will be called for a travel.
I'm not sure he really ever even had possession, but so you're going to give each team a turnover?
Have to, don't you?
Okay. 7 on Mendon. 12 on the Sockies.
Presser back in. Sending down Cornwell for...
If you get it, you can't
Mustangs.
roll over. That's for sure.
Nope, you can slide with it, though. Did you know that?
I did not know that. I guess your cheeks can stay on the floor that way. Huh?
I guess so. Here's a turnaround by Schaefer. Kicks it out to Hildebrand. Right side Presser.
If your foot slid, they'd call traveling.
Yep. Here's a dribble drive by Presser. A little fadeaway jump shot. That was pretty. And Jacob Presser, the 6'1 junior, with another 2. Makes it a 22-16 lead for the Mustangs. Presser with 4. 6:25 to play in the third. Palmer with the basketball, dribble drive. Leaves it out of the right wing. Priest out top Shaw. Shaw will go left side to Guthrie. Off of the screen. Right wing Palmer. 6:15 to play in the third quarter. Palmer has picked it up to Priest on the right side with Presser pressuring him. Try to say that 5 times fast. Now the ball through the hands of Guthrie and stolen away by Jansen. Into the front court, Presser. 2 long steps and a layup up and good. 24-16 Mustangs, an 8-point lead, their largest of the contest. 5:55 to play in the third.
Sockies have turned it over twice, and both times it's been baskets.
Here's Guthrie trying to find Priest on the back door. Too much traffic. Turnover and a timeout. We'll take it to 5:49 to play third quarter. 24-16. The advantage for the Mustangs over the Sockies. Back with you after this.
Few things compare to Camp Point Central's fans' dedication to the Panthers. The same can be said about Channel and the farmers they serve. You see, unlike other seed companies, they don't have salesmen. With Channel, you get the advantage of a dedicated Channel seedsman, a trusted year-round advisor who can provide the right recommendations for your fields. It's their hands-on approach that truly sets them apart. Customized service, expert advice, elite seed management products. Find your Channel seedsman at channel.com or contact local district sales manager Matt Hughes at 217-242-8852.
5:49 to play in the third quarter. 24-16 is the advantage for Mendon Unity over Pittsfield on the Trash Queen scoreboard. the Sockies took the timeout, their first of the contest, and Brad Tomave and his squad are looking to make some adjustments to the adjustments here early in this third quarter as they've fallen behind by 8.
This game could get away quickly if you don't make those adjustments.
Really? That it could, and the Sockies are not a high-scoring or a quick-scoring team.
Palmer's got 9 of their 16 on 3 threes.
Length of the court to go for Mendon Unity. The Sockies will pressure in the full court. Their third turnover of the quarter gave the Mustangs the ball back here a moment ago. Jansen will look to bring it up. Against Palmer. Yet to cross the half-court line. Does now to the left-hander, Hildebrand, who lays it up and in, and a 10-point Mustang advantage.
Press is not effective at all right now. Biggest lead of the ball game.
26-16.
They broke the Sockies down that time, and they're beating the guards, and the big guys have no shot at that.
Palmer going to try the move inside, kicks it out to Guthrie. Guthrie to Tomave in the corner. He is fouled by both.
Both's going to pick up the foul. It'll be the first foul of the second half, his first of the ball game. First team foul against Mendon Unity. Well, they say there's a foul on each team. I don't remember the Sockies fouling, but I got it marked down.
It was Shaw.
Yeah, that's right. Must have happened.
Swung the old arm. Here's a lob into Guthrie. He'll lay it up and in.
He's got 6.
4 here in the second half, and it's a 26-18 score. With 5:10 to play in the third. Jansen. Bounce pass in the front court, right side, finds Presser. Presser patient. Off to Schaefer on the right wing to Jansen. Jansen calm, cool, and collected with the ball. Wanted a lob pass. Down low did Schaefer, but Jansen instead pulls it back out front to both on the wing left side. Off of the screen from Hildebrand. Drives in, now turned away there on the baseline. Keeps the dribble, throws it out front. Schaefer on the right wing. Jansen wide open for 3, turns it down. Drives in instead, blocked by Guthrie. Gets his own board, kicks it back out. Schaefer, extra pass both in the corner. Presser as the Mustangs reset on this second chance opportunity. 4:30 to play in the third. Presser looking in the paint, and a foul going to be called against Isaac Shaw.
Shaw's going to pick up the foul. It'll be his third, second team foul of the second half. Here comes Thomas into the ball game. Shaw reached around and pushed him. There's no doubt about that.
Thomas in. Tom Have takes a chair. Also Petty returns. He will replace Shaw, who just picked up his third. Petty's got 2 fouls and about 35 seconds of game action tonight.
You want him to use all 5 of them if he has to.
They don't let him take them with you. Close to a 5, and now the inbounds pass comes to Presser, and they must have called a 5 count because John Shepard took the ball away from him.
They did call a 5 count, and the ball was released before the whistle blew, and that's not usually how it works, but kind of simultaneously. Not only that, it happened at the same time.
4:20 to play in the third. 26-18 advantage for the Mustangs. Well, you know how it is when you play Pittsfield. Right side, Priest. Out top, Petty. Swings it left wing over to Thomas. Off the Petty screen. Petty actually just forearm shivered the man, and a blocking foul going to be called on both, and both says, holy cow, you got to watch the tape on that one.
He is second of the second half, and both was holding on to Petty, and that's why he got called for the foul, and now a technical on Mendon Unity, and that's going to put their coach on the bench. That'll be a team foul, their third. And the Sakis will shoot free throws. Who will they shoot or put to the free throw line, Jack? Palmer? 1 for 2 are the Sakis on the night. 26-18, 4:09 left in the third quarter. And that's an early technical because he'll be setting the rest of the night. Palmer's first one is up and good. He's got 10. And the Sakis have 19 now. 26-19.
Can I tell you
Yes.
that when you watch the film on that one, Keith Carruthers had a legitimate gripe.
Second one up for Palmer, also good. Well, that's because Noah Petty is a handsome young man that looks innocent most of the time.
He put both arms out and threw the man away from him, and then both got called for the block.
Well, pretty
Threw
good
him.
tackle.
Mark that on the tape.
What
Inbounds
is
pass
that?
stolen away by both, and then he's bumped and fouled from behind by Petty.
Thomas threw that ball right to the man in front of him. Petty's going to pick up the foul. That'll be his third. I only got him
Third.
2, but it's 3.
Yep, he picked up 2 in 35 seconds in the first half, and he's been in for about
And you don't even have a pin.
20
what a
seconds
memory
here.
You have.
Yep. Well, when you forget the first 12 years of your life, your brain has more
You are.
ability to remember, and there's a traveling call by Jansen.
9th turnover, third in the second half on Mendon Unity. Harry Waggy'd be singing the Sloppy Joe song right now.
4 minutes to play in the third. 26-20 advantage for the Mustangs. Saki's on the attack as Palmer brings it into the front court. Stands on top of the Saki head just across the time stripe. Throws it out front, Priest. Priest looks for an opening, right side Palmer. Palmer for the 3-2, way too hard. And the rebound down to Presser.
Presser said that about broke my hand. It came down so fast.
Both brings it across for Mendon Unity. Right wing Presser. Both might have been open on the cut. Instead, the pass comes out front to Schaefer. Schaefer off of the screen. Petty and Hildebrand hit the floor. Ball tipped away, run down by both. Petty is a full contact player.
1st and 10, do it again.
Right side Presser, out top to Schaefer, off the Hildebrand screen. Schaefer, right wing over to Presser. Presser on the drive. 3:11 to play in the third. Bounces baseline to Voth. Voth looks for an opening. In the paint to Hildebrand. Kicks it out to Jansen. Down low, Voth. Shot up no good. Foul by Guthrie.
Guthrie got him with the body and the arms. His third, team 4th. I don't know if you can take him out right now, though. 3:04 left third quarter, 26-20. Free throws to be shot. On the other side by Voth, he's 0 for 2 from there. Has 5 points in the night. 26-20, 3:04 left in the quarter, and he makes the first. He's got 6.
Sakis now have Petty, Guthrie, and Shaw with 3 fouls apiece.
Getting their money's worth.
Van Winkle in.
Van Winkle back in the ball game. 9 of 11 for Mendon Unity. They've been good from the free throw line. Second one up also good. And both has 7.
10 for 12 from the stripe. And an 8-point lead. 3:03 to play in the third. Thomas with the ball into the front court. Bounce pass down into Van Winkle, who just did not catch the ball. Schaefer threw it off him out of bounds. And a turnover.
16 turnovers, and Van Winkle had no idea that ball was coming to him.
It was really a good find by Thomas.
Yeah.
Hit him in the hands. 2:57 to play in the third.
You're under the basket, you got to be ready.
Inbounds pass to Voth. Both has the drive into the front court. Nobody steps in front and a foul called.
Petty or
I do
Priest?
believe.
I'll bet Petty's going to pick it up. Yep, Petty's going to pick up his 4th.
Got to see Clapp probably here in a moment.
And free throws to Voth, who is 2 for 2 in his last 2. 2 for 4 on the night. He'll shoot a pair. First one no good, so he every other trip makes them, I guess.
Carter Clapp, the freshman, in, sits down Petty.
Platt had a good JV game, but quite honestly, so did Clements. They both look good together. 10 of 13 now for Mendon Unity. Second one up is good. And both has got 9.
Lead climbs to 9, 29-20, with 2:50 to play in the third. Run by the Mustangs here, and they've held the Saki scoreless for a while. Here's Priest on a drive, shot up no good. Offensive foul.
Turnover 17. Priest picks up the foul. His second. 6-team foul. And honestly, if he'd just controlled his body and went straight up, he'd have been fine.
When you got to shoot the floater right there.
Yeah.
Inbounds pass is going to be tipped right into the hands of Hildebrand. Down to Schaefer, who lays it up and in.
Schaefer's got 8.
Lead is 11. 31-20. 2:35 to play in the third on the Trash Queen scoreboard.
Close in the first quarter. Mendon's owned the second and third quarter.
Palmer with it on the left wing. Drives in, back out to Priest. Priest tries to move inside and is fouled by Presser on the floor.
Presser grabbed him with both hands, and he'll pick up his first. Team foul number 4. Ball out of bounds for Pittsfield. Coach Tom Abe giving the redhead, Jack Palmer, a little advice. Into the ball game comes Meyer for Mendon Unity.
Palmer to inbound, looks for an opening. Still looking, he'll lob it up to Van Winkle left side. Van Winkle with the ball on the dribble, crosses over, drives in. He's going to force one up. It won't go. And the rebound down to Voth. Into the front court finds Schaefer. What a catch. Shot is good, and he's fouled.
Schaefer with a nice catch. He's got 10 on the night. Lead goes out to 13. And the foul is on who?
I think it's on Van Winkle. It is his second.
Van Winkle really forced the issue that last time. Not part of the offense. He'll sit down. And what a catch by Schaefer. He's made 4 free throws on the night and make it 5. If you're sponsoring somebody for free throws, he'd be the guy to do it in a 14-point lead now.
8-0 run by the Mustangs since the technical. 2:05 to play in the third. Thomas throws it away. Check that, Jansen on the steal. Shot put up no good. Foul though by Palmer.
I mean, my commentary is not probably effective, but when you flat just throw the ball to the other team, you're not going to have any success at all. 34-20 in favor of Mendon Unity. Timeout Sakis, 2:01 left third quarter. They need to regroup to get back in this one back after this.
Geared Up is your local choice for custom apparel and awards. No matter the season, sport, or event, we've got the gear to make it a success. Ask us about our fundraising program, available to all schools, businesses, and community organizations. Check us out online at www.wegearyouup.com or call 217-473-6290. That's 473-6290 for Geared Up, custom apparel, and awards.
2:01 to play in the third. 34-20 is the advantage for the squad from Mendon Unity over Pittsfield on the Trash Queen scoreboard.
15-6 run here in the third quarter.
Ouch.
After a 9-5 run in the second quarter.
And Jansen will be at the free throw line to shoot 2 as he was fouled before the timeout.
11 of 14 for Mendon Unity. They're doing this very well too, and a lot of teams have not shot free throws very well that we've seen. But the Mendon Unity squad has. Jansen has 2 points in the night. His first one is up, and it's good. Practice, 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 and you get better. 35-20. Impressive display by Mendon. Second one up also good, and you can tell they've gained some confidence. That close game against Payson. They'd like to have that one over.
36-20 with 1:55 to play in the third. Tom Have with the basketball for the Stockies, trying to break his man down off the dribble. Looks for Palmer to cut back door, and then Palmer called for traveling.
Yep, Tom Have gave him a tough pass. Palmer couldn't recover and tried to put a move on before he could get his feet set. That is 19 turnovers and 8 in the third quarter.
1:45 to play in the third. The end of the front court, Jansen, coast to coast, layup, good.
Guards might want to think about stopping penetration. He's got 6 now.
38-20. The lead has ballooned out to 18, and it is a 12-0 run. Tomei looking for Klatt, couldn't catch it.
20 turnovers.
Meyer with the steal into the front court. He'll work it out top. Schaefer to Voth with 1:19 to play in the third. Voth to Jansen on the wing left side. Between the circles to Voth, to Schaefer. Right side, Meyer gets a touch. 1:10 to play in the third. The Mustangs have an 18-point lead and the basketball. Hildebrand takes it. Now he'll drive in and gets called for a blocking foul instead on Thomas.
Thomas picks up the foul. Tough break on him. Third foul on him. 9th team foul already. 1:03 left in the third quarter. Klatt sits down. Shaw back into the ball game. Should be 1-1.
Yep.
And that will be Hildebrand. Is that correct?
It is.
13 of 16 from the free throw line for Mendon Unity. 38-20, 103 left third quarter. Sockies have turned it over 9 times in the quarter, and the shooting hasn't been good at all. First one up, no good, and the rebound comes off to Shaw, and he'll travel after he gets the rebound because he didn't establish his feet there. And the turnover goes to 21. You got to catch it and plant the feet.
21 turnovers, only 20 points right now for the Sockies. Bad combo. 1 minute to play in the third. 38-20 the lead. Here's a ball knocked away by Priest, trying hard to create the turnover. But it's out of bounds off of him. It stays with the Mustangs underneath.
It was so much easy for him if he just caught it, but he was trying to do too much that time.
I like the English language that time. Inbounds pass right side comes to Cornwell. Down low, Meyer. Wide open layup. Good. 40-20.
Not where you want it.
20-point lead. And the run keeps on going. It's a 14-0 run. Make it more as the ball's stolen. Layup good by Cornwell. 42-20.
3 points for Cornwell on the night.
That is a 16-0 run with 30 seconds to play in the third. Priest with the basketball off of his foot and out of bounds in the backcourt. Turnover on the Sockies.
23-12 in the quarter. See how aggressive Mendon was, even though the Sockies were going to get a turnover. They're still trying to get the ball.
Van Winkle in. Priest takes a chair. 23.2 seconds to play in the third. 42-20, Mustangs on top. Inbounds pass from Jansen in the corner to Meyer. Tries the dribble drive. He's shut off there. Works it out front to Bristow. With 15 seconds to play in the third. Back to Meyer on the wing. Out top, Bristow passes a little wide. Good catch. 8 seconds off the screen from Hildebrand. Double team comes his way. Hildebrand gets it back. Works it out to Meyer. 3, no good. Rebound Palmer. He'll heave it 3/4 of the court. It is no good. As the buzzer sounds, and after 3/4, it's all Mendon Unity. 42-20 over the Pittsfield Sockies. Back with fourth quarter play-by-play after this.
As the year starts to come to an end and families enjoy more time indoors, Cascom realizes you need reliable internet, great television, and a reliable home phone service. So from now until the end of the year, Cascom will be offering an amazing deal on its triple play bundle services. Call today and get internet, Broadvision TV, and VoIP phone for only $99 a month for 6 full months. Call us today at 1-800-252-1799. No contracts or install fees. Some restrictions may apply.
Ready to start the fourth quarter. 42-20 is the advantage for the Mustangs of Mendon Unity. They outscored the Sockies 16-0 down the stretch and lead this game now by 22 points.
Sockies are 8 of 19 on the night. They were 5 of 14 at the half. 42%, 3 of 9, 33%, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Mendon 14 of 25, 56% because they shot a lot of layups on the turnovers. 1 of 6 from the arc, 16%. 12 of 17, 74% from the free throw line. 42-20. Mendon with the lead. Sockies with the basketball.
Palmer, Van Winkle, Shaw, Tom Hay, Van Guthrie, the 5 right now for the Sockies. Lob pass in, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Pittsfield underneath. Good post defense by Hildebrand. Palmer to inbound for Pittsfield.
Late.
Looking for an opening. Pass is tipped out of bounds by Jansen. It stays with the Sockies underneath. Palmer again to inbound. It's the ball from the official into Tom Hay, right wing. Tom Hay will swing the elbows. There's the man up on him on the defensive side. Tries to drive in, leaves it out to Guthrie. 15-footer up, no good. Rebound, good box out by the Mustangs, and securing the board was Bristow. Off to Jansen. Into the front court right side, Meyer with the basketball for Mendon, and a foul called out front against Isaac Shaw.
Shaw will pick up the foul. That'll be his 4th team foul 10, double bonus situation. 13 of 17 is Mendon. To the free throw line goes Meyer, who's 2 for 2 from there, has 4 points. 42-20, 7:31 left in this one. better make some threes if you're coming back now, kids. Free throw good by Mendon Unity, and they just keep doing the little things very well. 5 points for Myers now. 43-20. Another free throw up and good. Boy, they've been impressive from the free throw line.
Very, very good. 7:28 to play in the fourth. What is the free throw disparity in the game?
3 of 4 versus 15 of 19.
Yep. Palmer with the ball, drives in, leaves it in the corner to Van Winkle. Wide open three on the way is good.
He's got 5.
44-23 with 7:11 to play with the Trash Queen scoreboard. Pass stolen away by Tom Have. He'll put up a little 6-footer. It's back iron, no good. Guthrie gets the board. He'll throw it back up at the rim, won't fall. Van Winkle there for the putback and one.
Van Winkle makes it. He'll get the and one. Offensive rebound by Van Winkle after Guthrie had one. Guthrie picks up his just second rebound of the ball game. 3 or 4 of the Sakis, and they'll shoot a free throw on the and one for Van Winkle. 44-25, 7 minutes left. In the ball game, Van Winkle up way short. Now we've got a foul against Shaw. He'll foul out on the free throw, and he'll foul out of the game. Double bonus situation.
Thomas in, Shaw out.
Can't even explain what was happening there. Free throws to be shot by Meyer, who's 4 for 4 from there. Making 5 for 5. He's got 6 points. And it's now a 45-25 ball game. Weren't playing basketball. Another in the double bonus situation is no good, and the rebound comes off to Palmer.
Just under 7 minutes to play. Palmer into the front court, finds Tom Have left side. Works the ball out front to Palmer. Wants to get a screen from Guthrie. Now Palmer drives in, dishes in the corner to Van Winkle. Van Winkle out top to Tom Have. Left wing over to Thomas. Thomas to Tom Have out front. A dribble, a 3 on the way is too hard. His shot's been long all day. Thomas tips around on the rebound, but it's finally secured by Voth for the Mustangs. 6:33 to play in the contest. 45-25 the lead for Mendon Unity. Presser with it on the wing right side. Patient with the ball is Presser, but a little too patient that time as 5 seconds called.
11 turnovers, 5 in the second half on Mendon, but they have not let them hurt them with points on the turnovers as they've happened where the Sakis picked it up on a dead ball afterwards.
Presser could have dribbled there, but did not do so. And you see that happen a lot, it seems like. Here's Palmer going to drive in, shot up no good, foul, then he'll shoot a pair.
Palmer being aggressive to the basket. That's what the Sakis have to do, and I'm trying to see who that foul is on. It will go against Voth. He'll pick up his third, 15 foul, 2 free throws by the Sakis. 3 of 5 are the Sakis from the free throw line. First one up by Palmer is good. He's got 12 on the night, 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Makes it a 45-26 ball game. Palmer will get another. Also good. He's got 13. He's been the offense.
45-27, 6:10 to play. Into the front court, Meyer. Out front finds Bristow. Both calling for it. He gets the ball.
Mendon's guards are good at slicing to the basket and creating things, are they not?
Presser on the wing and a timeout going to be whistled by the Mustangs. We'll pause as well. 5:55 remaining, 45-27. Advantage for Mendon Unity. We're back with you after this.
When you or your family are feeling under the weather, you can count on Illini Express in Pittsfield. Illini Express is a walk-in clinic located on the south side of the Pittsfield Square and is open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday. $75 is the charge and can be billed to your insurance. Children must be at least 18 months old. Illini Express open 7 to 7 Monday through Saturday and on major holidays 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Illini Express, a partner of Illini Community Hospital in Pittsfield.
5:55 to play in the contest, 45-27, the advantage for Mendon Unity. This game at one point was a 26-20 ball game in the third. Mustangs into the quarter on a
2016 at one time, actually, Charlie.
Here's the inbounds pass off of Meyer as he landed on the baseline, or sideline, I should say.
12 turnovers now on Mendon, 6 in each half.
Inbounds pass comes into Palmer. He'll work it out between the circles now on the dribble. Off the Guthrie screen. Right side, Van Winkle. Van Winkle looks for an opening. Backdoor cut to Thomas. Reverse layup, no good, but a foul.
Thomas comes down, hits his head again, as he did in the game at Griggsville Perry, where he had to sit out a couple of games because of a concussion. Looks like he's okay this time. Was that on Meyer, I do believe? His first or second, they say. Thomas will shoot a pair of free throws. Sakis are 5 of 7 from there, make them 5 of 8 as Jonathan couldn't get that one to fall, looking for his first point.
Schaefer down, Schaefer in, Hildebrand sits down, I should say. 5:40 to play, 45-27 Mustangs on top.
Thomas with the second, puts it up, and it's good. Thomas's first point of the game.
45-28, 5:37 remaining. And another foul.
Van Winkle picks up the foul on the sidelines. It should be his third, I do believe. Double bonus situation. Mendon shooting good on the free throw line, 16 of 21. It's about the 13th foul on the Sakis, I do believe, in the second half. And both has been pretty good from there also. First one up is no good. He missed his first two. He's missed 4 out of 7, so really 3, 4, 7. Not real good. I'm wrong. He had a little roll going there for a little bit. Second one up, and he makes the adjustment. Both has 9.
46-28. Van Winkle with it, right wing, out to Palmer. 5:27 left in this game. It's been a slow one because there's been a lot of foul calls. Palmer from 18 left it short. Rebound is run down by Jansen out front. He'll work it to Voth. He will bring it up for the Mustangs. Up by 18 and on the attack. He is bumped by Thomas. Out top to Bristow, and an
illegal
offensive
screen.
foul going to be called by the official against Jansen.
Jansen will pick up his third, 17 foul, turnover number 13. A lot of offensive fouls on picks tonight. And you know why? Kids aren't very good at setting picks anymore.
Dusterhouse is into the contest. 5:05 remaining. Palmer with it.
And the rules changed, made it a little tougher to set a pick than it used to be.
Trying to get the play set up are the Sakis. Palmer will give it off on the right side. Thomas in the corner to Van Winkle. Van Winkle will try the dribble drive. Cut off there. Looked back door, and this wasn't open. Threw it away.
24 turnovers now.
Goodness. Jansen, check that both, brings it into the front court to Dusterhouse. Dusterhouse down on the block to Schaefer. Schaefer going to try to post up against Guthrie. Spins and lost the ball out of bounds.
14 turnovers on Mendon now.
And the Mustangs want a timeout. 4:34 remaining, 46-28, the lead for Mendon Unity. A timeout here. We'll pause and be back with you after this.
In farming, there are many important decisions that must be made in order to get the most profitability out of your investment. No decision is more important than selecting the best seed for your fields. Jansen Seed and Service in Golden is the place to go for all your channel seed needs. Doug Jansen has over 30 years experience as an independent seed dealer. Giving him the knowledge to select the right seed for your field, contact Jansen Seed and Services today, 217-696-4658 or 430-2865.
Wholesale changes for the Sakis on the timeout. You'll see McKinnon come into the ball game with Petty, Apps, Carter Klatt, and Isaac Ammon, who will be in the ball game. Sakis trail by 18, 46-28. It's been a game of turnovers, 24 of them on the night, and 13 in the second half. 12 of those came in the third quarter when they were outscored, 18 or 20 to nothing? I do believe at that point.
16-0 run, yep.
Mendon called the timeout. Pittsfield will have the basketball. 4:34 left in this one, 46-28. And McKinnon will inbound the ball to Apps, and we're back underway.
Apps will look to bring it up here for the Sakis, a sophomore. Bounce pass to Petty. Petty turns and faces top of the key, finds Ammon at the free throw line. Ammon to Klatt. Klatt looks down low, nothing going to McKinnon.
Mendon's only got 9 players, so don't look for much of a change. And now they throw it off of Petty's hands. 25 turnovers. The pass was just simply too high.
4:15 to play. 46-28 the lead for Mendon Unity. On the Trash Queen scoreboard.
Lindsay's got more people watching her than the game right now.
Both with it out front. Passes right side. Jansen. Jansen will put the dribble down. Out of both. Top of the key. Left side over to Schaefer. 3:55 remaining. 46-28. Mustangs on top. To Doosterhouse. Back out front. Voth. Voth looks for an opening. Puts it on the floor a couple of times. Now on the right side to Jansen. Mendon playing a little pitch and catch around the perimeter here. Burning a little clock with an 18-point lead in the basketball. Doosterhouse to Voth. He'll work it out front. Jansen, 3:30 remaining. Mustangs about to get back to 500. Sakis are going to fall 4 games below the 500 mark, and they've got a tough stretch coming up here. Schaefer with it. To Voth out front. 3:15 remaining. Now an elbow by Voth, fouled by McKinnon.
McKinnon's going to foul the guy with his face that time, I guess. McKinnon picks up his first double bonus situation. I don't know. If it had been big guys, they'd have called the foul on the big guys swinging the elbows that time. Free throw up by Voth is good. He's got 10. 8 of them from the free throw line. Nope. 5 from the free throw line and 5 not. 47-28. Voth puts the second one up, and it's also good. 11 for Voth as he leads their team in scoring now. 48-28. Sakis bring it up the front court. Apps with the basketball across the timeline. Picks up the dribble. Right side, Ammon. Looks for a cutter. Can't find anybody. Back out to Petty. Down low. Now throws a pass to Cladd, who has to rescue the ball. Left side elbow. That's to McKinnon. Looks inside. Looks back door. Throws a pass that had very little chance of succeeding, and it gets turned over. 26 turnovers on the Sakis now.
Schaefer has the ball out front, hands it to Doosterhouse. 2:45 left. Top of the key, Meyer. Left side, Schaefer takes the 3, goes to Presser out front. 20-point lead in the basketball for the Mustangs. Sakis play next at Quincy Notre Dame on Saturday. The Raiders really kind of coming into their own over the Christmas holiday, finishing second at the Bloomington tournament.
Beat 2 highly seeded teams.
Here's a pass knocked away by McKinnon into the backcourt, though, run down by Bristow. He'll walk it back up to give it to Schaefer. 2:07 left. Meyer with it. Mustangs just trying to burn a little clock here, get this game done and over with, and head back to Adams County. Left side, Schaefer. Between the circles, it goes to Bristow. Doosterhouse to Meyer, and he travels.
15 turnovers. Mendon's kind of had the upper hand on the Sakis in the last few years, but not by this kind of a margin in many of the games.
Here's Bryson Tometz into the game, replaces Klatt for the Sakis. Tometz, the 5'10" senior.
Dalton Hooper in attendance tonight watching the game.
1:45 remaining.
I think he's still got a few good minutes in him. What do you think?
Ammon with the basketball, finds Petty. Petty says, I've still got a foul left to give. Didn't know if you knew. Here's a pass tipped and stolen away by Meyer. Meyer going to push it into the front court and now pulls it back up. 1:28 left, 48-28 Mustangs with the advantage. Reminder, we'll have Winchester tournament action for you coming up on Saturday, starting at 9 o'clock in the morning. And throughout the day, we will not have the Sakis game as they play at Quincy Notre Dame on Saturday. As will be at Winchester for all 8, all 26 throughout the week. 1 minute left in this one. 48-28 advantage for the Mustangs, trying to run out the clock here. Schaefer with it against McKinnon. On the right side of things to Presser. Presser hands the ball to Doosterhouse. Dribbles a couple of times now to Meyer with 44 seconds left. To Schaefer. Schaefer, a pretty solid player all the way around. Nothing flashy, just gets the job done, and that's kind of the MO of this squad for Mendon Unity. They're going to move to 8-8 on the year.
Haven't taken a shot in the quarter.
Haven't needed to, have a 20-point lead.
All free throws.
Ball handed off to Deusterhouse with 18 ticks to play. Out front, Presser finds Meyer. To Schaefer with 10 ticks left. And they'll just let him dribble it out as the final 5 seconds tick off the clock. Final on this one, a 48-28 win for the Mendon Unity Mustangs over the Pittsfield Sockies. A break here. We'll take a look at final stats. We'll also speak with Saukey head coach Brad Tomave on the postgame show on Central Illinois Sports. It's a 48-28 win for Mendon Unity.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is an international and local organization that provides support for our athletes and coaches in the area. Small groups called huddles meet regularly in our schools and communities to build strong relationships. Todd Sweatman is our area director for Western Illinois. Todd is a longtime educator and coach and also serves as the chaplain at McMurray College. Julie Ross, area rep, is working with Adams and Brown County schools to support coaches and athletes. Jack Hull, longtime radio broadcaster and sports official, is serving with Julie and Todd throughout the Western Illinois region. We need your support as boosters, first in prayer and also with your financial monthly support. You can help us strengthen the huddles in your schools. Contact us at westernilfca.org to find out more and get our contact information. Won't you join us in lifting Jesus Christ up in our schools, athletes, coaches, and communities? Go to westernilfca.org or email me at jhull@fca.org. Get involved in FCA for your youth today. Press Yours On You is celebrating 13 years as your source for school spirit wear. They can personalize varsity jackets, hoodies, t-shirts, hats, duffel bags, flags, and more. Show your school pride with a bumper sticker or window decal from Press Yours On You. Visit their online store at www.pressyoursonyou.com or visit them on Facebook. Press Yours On You, 506 West Wood on Highway 24 in Camp Point. Call 593-6031. Dear Western Grain Service is your progressive feed and grain resource for Western Illinois. They offer a full range of feed products for all species and many grain merchandising opportunities with locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Western Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461 or on the web at dearwesterngrain.com.
Well, early in the game, the Sockies trailed 10-9. In fact, they led 3-0, 4-2, 11-10. There were 5 lead changes in the ball game, tied at 4-7 and 11. Need I say more after that? 19-14 at halftime, Mendon, 42-20 in the third quarter. It was a crusher. Mendon made 6 free throws in the fourth quarter and win it 48-28. 14 of 25 for the Mustangs, 56%. 1 of 6 from the arc, 16.7%. 19 of 26, 73%. Coaches like that. Led in scoring by Logan Voth with 11, and 5 of those came from the free throw line. 10 points for Cole Schaefer on the night. 7 points for Dane Myers. 2 points for P.J. Hildebrand. 4 points from Austin Cornwall. Make it 3, I should say. A single point for Bennett Deusterhouse, 6 for Luke Jansen. Bristow played but did not score. He was the only guy that didn't make it in the scoring column. Sockies led by Jack Palmer, 3 threes, 13 points in the night, the rest coming from the free throw line, where he's a perfect 4 for 4. Guthrie had 6 on the night, 7 for Griffin Van Winkle on the evening, 1 for Cooper Priest, 1 for Jonathan Thomas, and that's it for the Sockies. They put up 28 points on the evening and lose it 48-28. And was it a little better than Abington? Yeah, but the turnover situation, 27 turnovers, you just got to get that down around 15.
Final on this one, 48-28. We'll visit with Saukey head coach Brad Tomei following this.
The caring and experienced professionals at Hamilton Funeral Homes are here to support you through this difficult time. We offer a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on us to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and will carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. You're welcome to call us at any time of the day, any day of the week. Visit our funeral home in person or on the web at hamiltonfuneralhome.com. Call 217-593-6517.
Geared Up is your local choice for custom apparel and awards. No matter the season, sport, or event, we've got the gear to make it a success. Ask us about our fundraising program, available to all schools, businesses, and community organizations. Check us out online at www.wegearyouup.com or call 217-473-6290. That's 473-6290 for Geared Up, custom apparel, and awards.
As the year starts to come to an end and families enjoy more time indoors, Cascom realizes you need reliable internet, great television, and a reliable home phone service. So from now until the end of the year, Cascom will be offering an amazing deal on its triple play bundle services. Call today and get internet, Broadvision TV, and VoIP phone for only $99 a month for 6 full months. Call us today at 1-800-252-1799. No contracts or install fees. Some restrictions may apply.
Welcome back. Final score in the contest, a 48-28 win for Mendon Unity over Pittsfield. Visiting with Saukey head coach Brad Tomhave. And coach, a game that really about halfway through the third quarter was a 26-20 contest. And the Mustangs went on a 16-0 run and kind of imposed their will in that one. And you have to really kind of tip your cap to them, a situation where their coach called for a technical. Some teams lose focus at that point, but it seems like they really locked in and they were impressive down the stretch.
Well, it's hard to catch them when we're turning it over for straight layups. I mean, we just went. We had just some things happen where we just turned it over, and you can't guard a layup. You can't guard one that they pick six streaking down the floor for an uncontested layup, and that. You know, guys they turned the pressure up, and our guys folded a little bit and stopped attacking where we wanted to attack on the floor, got to spots on the floor where we don't want to be ever, and the result was a 16-0 run. And you know, it's tough. It's tough to win, you know, when we're playing and we're coming out of a timeout or a dead ball and we draw up a play and we got guys that forget to play. You know, we're trying to find ways to get them to score, but when they don't remember the play from the huddle to the floor, it makes it really tough. And you know, that's I guess I haven't prepared them well enough for that, and we got to practice that maybe coming out of a huddle and running a special so they can get used to remembering plays. But I thought for 2.5 quarters we were flying around. I thought defensively we were good. We scrambled, we rotated, we got some deflections, some steals, and we got out got out on the offensive end. And we got some guys that just aren't making shots right now for whatever reason. But we were getting them, and you know, we got some wide open looks under the basket. They didn't fall. We got some good looks on the perimeter. It didn't fall. We didn't shoot it. Jack shot it well, I thought. And we'd like to run a play every time down for a guy with a hot hand, but there's another team out there that realizes that he's probably going to shoot the ball too, so we got to have some other guys step up and then understand the flow of the offense and where we want to score from on each offense that we run. And that was a focus on the last 3 days. I didn't do a good enough job of maybe getting my point across to where we want to score the ball from when we're playing in certain offenses. But then we got down and here's the thing. It was a 6-point game. We gave up about 8 straight points of layups, and then now you're down 14, and you got to play a little hurry-up game, and you don't have time to come down and run a set offense particularly all the time. So we had to kind of create some tempo that would allow us to get back in the game, and it just didn't happen. So, but our evils really surfaced there in the middle of the third quarter.
In the contest, the Mustangs, I think, outshot you maybe 4-1, 5-1 at the free throw line, and really a lot of that was just it's hard when the guards don't keep the men in front. Big men get in foul trouble. You saw that tonight. I think at one point you had all 3 of your bigs with 3 fouls apiece, and it's tough for those guys. They're trying to help out, but the little bit quicker guards get in there, and it's usually bad news for the big men.
Yeah, we just did a couple things that we didn't come up and wall up. We came over with hands down instead of chest out, and then we didn't rotate necessarily for when the ball went down. We want to pressure on the perimeter. We want to get them going fast to where they can't be real comfortable with the ball in their hands, so they can't distribute the basketball or shoot the basketball without anybody, enforcing their will a little bit. We just have to have a little better technique all the way around. I'm not saying our bigs are but a couple times we came over late on rotations, and which resulted in a foul. We'd rotate once, and then the weak side wouldn't rotate, which resulted in a foul. That's 5 guys playing together, and that's guys, just to understand which the things I thought we did well in the first half. I thought we rotated to our defensive spots, pretty well, the best we have for a while. It's just, it's a 32-minute basketball game, not a 16-minute basketball game, and so they'll get better. They'll, they first of all, they got to want to get better. But we'll be back in the gym tomorrow to get ready to go to the pit on Saturday.
And if you talk about a situation where you find out how you do under pressure, you take them to the pit. It's always a tough place to play, and Kevin Myers got his kids playing well coming out of the Christmas break.
Yeah, they thought these guys guarded. Wait till Saturday. So hopefully we'll be a little better Saturday handling pressure, keeping our composure while handling pressure and staying in, and doing what we need to do. Because, they got in some good spots. They just didn't execute either a delivery or a shot tonight. But, yeah, we got to be ready for it, because if they thought these guys guarded, they don't know what guarding is. It's going to be physical, and we expect it to be, and I want it to be. I definitely want it to be. It's always a good environment. We just got to find a way to compete. It's a really cool environment when you're in the game with them in the fourth quarter, and we got to find a way to get over that hump and take that next step so we can have a chance to at least be in the game at the end.
Coach, as always, we appreciate the time.
Thanks, guys.
That's Saki head coach Brad Tomei. Final in this contest, a 48-28 win for the Mustangs of Mendon Unity over the Pittsfield Sockies. That's going to do it tonight from Boschel Gym on Central Illinois Sports. Reminder, we're back again with you Saturday from the Winchester Invitational Tournament. Until then, so long, another Central Illinois Sports presentation.